Good day, you beautiful people of YouTube. It's the Mad Marine here, and we're going to do another video. The video today is going to be a little bit different. It's going to kind of sound like a Capital One commercial. What do you got in your range bag? Now, my old range bag is just an old assault pack I had when I was in the Marine Corps. Was able to keep it the right way, and so kind of just been using this ever since, and it's done well. I've got some old Molly gear attached to it as well. And it's my system. It works for me. This isn't the right way. This is just the way I happen to do it. Your way is probably great for you. But I wanted to go over, like, hey, what's in your range bag? And I thought maybe this might be helpful for some people, because when I go to the range, it's really weird. I end up helping some people out because they don't have the things they need. So we're just going to go through, open up some pockets, take a look around, and maybe give you some ideas of things maybe you should keep. Or, you know, say, hey, Mad, I don't need that. So, glasses. Got a set of glasses here. And then I've got a set of Ear Pro as well. I do have some earbuds, usually in this little side pouch over here as well. If things are getting really loud, I just throw a couple of things in here. And it's nice to give those out. I actually have a bottle I sometimes take. If you're shooting like SBRs or something really loud, there's a lot of newbies out there. You may want to offer them that. Say like, hey, I'm about to shoot something really loud. If you want to go put these in, by all means, step on outside. The other little spot I got in here, I got a little pouch that holds my ammo. You know, some 22 ammo inside an old Powerade bottle. And, you know, some 9mm here. All right, moving right along. In my old 40mm grenade pouches here, got a little bit of oil. Some Remington oil, and I do actually like this. Not all the things made by Remington I do like, but their oil, actually, I think it's pretty decent. So some oil. I've got a really cool old Lone Wolf Spyderco knife they did back in, 2019. This is engraved, laser engraved here. The blade's super sharp, but the really cool thing on it, little Glock Tool here, right? So we can fix our Glocks or uninstall or reinstall some stuff off of that. That being said, this has been around for a long time, and I bought this really interesting Glock tool right here, and as you can see, it's neat. So it has a front sight adjustment tool, it has a punch as well, and then it has a little screwdriver, and then it also has another little punch as well. And these all tools are basically tools you could use to disassemble and reassemble your Glock, because Glocks are simple. So that's been kicking around in my bag, and that's been useful if I ever needed to do anything. Another great thing is a multi-tool. Multi-tools are pretty awesome because this thing will save you in a pinch. It doesn't have everything you need, but, a screwdriver, a knife, a pair of pliers, and then a Sharpie. A Sharpie is always great to have as well, something to write with, mark some targets, help find your groupings. But yeah, and I almost always forget that I have a Sharpie in here. So if you're ever with the Ranger with me, Mad, just look in your pouch with the Gerber, and then you'll have a Sharpie. A quick little cleaning kit, something useful to have. Just for some odd reason your gun's getting gunked up and you need to fix it. I've got another little set of tools here. These are just screwdrivers, flatheads, and then I've also got some stars on here, and then just all types of different little things. I can't remember who makes this, and if you guys know off the top of your head who makes this, please put that in the description. This has been super useful at times. The other thing I would recommend is an adjustable wrench. This is really good for ARs and a few other things around, but this will help you out in a pinch. An AK front sight tool is something that always has been useful for me. I usually keep one in my AK bag, so I have a bag that I always take the range if I'm taking an AK, but it's always good to have this because, hey, what happens if I accidentally forget? I can make those sight adjustments. And trying to make a sight adjustment with an AK without the AK front sight tool is miserable. It's almost impossible, actually. Moving right along, got some Oakley gloves, some old Oakley gloves. Hey, sometimes your weapons get hot, so this is definitely useful to have, and you may not want to tear up your hands depending on what you're doing. A little flag. Do I really feel this is necessary? No, but some rages want you to use it, and so having one is just useful. They may make you buy one. Cable management tie. These are sometimes really useful, especially with AK triggers. If you're replacing the trigger or want to test out different trigger springs, locking these up with an AK or with a cable management tie is really nice and very helpful. I've got an AR front sight tool here, so yeah, that's just another thing that's very useful. There are other ways of doing it, but hey, this just helps make your life a little bit easier. I've also got just a little punch. I think this will go in a Glock, with the exception of the small hole, but it'll also go in ARs and AKs. The other thing is a little hammer for some kinetic motivation from time to time. This is super useful as well. So another great thing. I also have a AK trigger pin retaining plate. You can actually buy these on eBay. I think you have to look under basically like retaining plate. There's a guy in North Carolina who sells like 10 of these for like 14 bucks. Or you can buy like one of them for like $9 elsewhere. They work. I've never had an issue with them. So I usually buy them 10 at a time, 20 at a time. And, every few years I need to go and get new ones because I'll burn through them. And this replaces the shepherd hook of an AK. What else do I got in here? Oh, yeah, some little Allen keys here. Metric and standard because, yeah, that just happens. These are really good for sights and rails and pistol grips. Now, if you're an AR pistol grip, these are a lot of times not long enough to engage the screw. So unfortunately, you would need something longer. And if anyone knows if somebody makes elongated ones of these, please let me know, because I would actually consider buying them, because that rare occasion when I do have to get into an AR pistol grip, these are not long enough. But usually, I have this with me, and that works. But I wouldn't mind spending the money if there was something longer out there. It's never something I've really looked into, though. All right, what else? I got a few other little things. Oh, yeah, a washer for an AR compensator. If you're taking off a comp off and on, after a while, they just get too flat, and then those are about impossible to get off unless you cut them off, and not a good scenario to be in. So periodically, if you're taking off comps off and on, an extra washer would be good to have. This is another AR front sight tool, just happens to be in there. And then I have a little dummy round for an AK. Sometimes I might be testing something out or want to do like failure drills with an AK, which is pretty funny because, guys, I almost never, ever, ever have a failure with an AK. I'm not saying I've never had a failure with an AK. I'm just saying pretty much never. But hey, it's good to train for these scenarios, right? And the other thing is you can measure a few other things while being safe with a, try to simulate a live round, but being safe as possible. So that's also really useful. And, well, does that conclude everything I have in this range bag? Oh, yeah, and then just in the main compartment here, I'll keep ammo, maybe like a gun bag, like a pistol gun bag. And I keep a small, very, 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 very cheap sling in this bag. And it also has a little quick detach attachment on here. I've never actually really needed to use this, but for some odd reason, I was in a place where I needed a sling. I'd have something. Definitely not the best quality, but hey, it's something for me to utilize. Well, this concludes what in the world is in my range bag. I hope this has helped you guys out. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. We'll be doing some other interesting videos here in the near future. But anyway, if you guys ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out. Happy to help. I wish you guys all the best. This is a Mad Marine signing off. Have a good one.